The movie is set in the amazing world filled with Pokémons, mysterious creatures with unique powers that set them apart from one another. With already 700 species of Pokémon discovered, more are still to be seen. Pokémon and humans have coexisted with each other for hundreds of years. Once a Pokémon is captured, it bonds with its human trainer as friends or partners and comes together as a team, displaying its skills everywhere in the competitive arena. With such strong bonds between trainers and their Pokémons, a new power has risen. During the battle, a trainer's keystone will synchronize with the Pokémon's Mega Stone, resulting in a temporary but profound increase in power later known as Mega Evolution. The story begins with pirates Levi and Sherry ordered by the kingdom to bring a mysterious object back by all means. Volcanion, a mythical Pokémon, chases after said pirates on their airship and lands on the ship's deck. Levi confronts Volcanion and summons Alakazam and Glalie. He then uses Mega Wave to forcibly cause a Mega Evolution on his Pokémons. Glalie charges Volcanion head-on, and Alakazam uses Psychic to distract it while the leader throws a mechanical band at its leg. When Levi tries to throw another mechanical band for the other leg, Volcanion notices and stomps it to the ground. Glalie used Freeze Dry to trap Volcanion in ice and then used Rollout to throw it off the ship while still frozen. Meanwhile, Pokémon trainer Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town travels the world with his Pokémon partner Pikachu to become the world's greatest Pokémon master. Joining him on his journey is Serena Yvonne Gabina, who aims to be named Kalos Queen, the highest prestige achievable for Pokémon performers. Also joining them are siblings Clemont Citron, a self-proclaimed genius inventor, and Bonnie, who aspires to become a Pokémon trainer like his brother. To get some battle practice, Ash and Clemont duke it out with their Pokémons. Clemont used Bunnelby while Ash summons Noivern. Bunnelby jumps into the air and uses Mud Shot, but Noivern uses Boom Burst to deflect them. Noivern then used Wing Attack, but Bunnelby caught it in mid-air and countered with Sandstorm, but Noivern broke free using Whirlwind and kicked Bunnelby away. With Bunnelby knocked down, Clemont summons Luxray to battle and uses Charge on Noivern but misses. Noivern charges Luxray, but it uses Discharge to create an electrical field around itself. Pikachu takes over and uses Electro Ball at Luxray. Luxray absorbed Pikachu's attack and retaliated with Wild Charge. Luxray used another Wild Charge, but Pikachu used Discharge while powering up for an Iron Tail attack. As the battle got intense, it was stopped when Volcanion crashed in the middle of their battlefield. Ash discovers a metallic band around his waist as the dust settles from the crash. As he tried to run towards Pikachu, he was pulled back to Volcanion, which had the other metallic band on its leg. No matter how much Volcanion pushes Ash away, he keeps returning to his side as they are linked together. Clemont explains that an electromagnetic force links them together and is pulled towards each other when they are apart. Without time to waste, Volcanion headed towards Azoth Kingdom while dragging Ash along, who is bound to him for the time being. Volcanion confronts Rayleigh, crowned Prince of Azoth, who ordered the capture of Magiarna, an artificial Pokémon created by the great scientist Nikola Tesla using arcane science, but it was lost during the war. Alva, the king's counselor, summons Gengar while Levi calls out Glalie and Alakazam. He then uses Mega Wave to forcibly evolve their Pokémons against Volcanion. Gengar immediately used Psychic to immobilize Volcanion, but he countered with Mist. Glalie used Ice Beam to freeze Volcanion in place. When Volcanion broke free, he used Mist as a smokescreen and escaped with Magiarna with Ash's help. Serena and the others follow Ash when Clemont claims they are in Azoth Kingdom, an ultra-mechanized city created by the genius scientist Nikola Tesla using arcane science. It is said that he used Pokémon skills as an inspiration for many of his great inventions. They later find Ash and Volcanion and meet Magiarna. Although hesitant at first, Volcanion is forced to allow Ash and the others to accompany them back to their home, given that Ash is bound to him by the mechanical band they both have. Volcanion pushes Ash away every chance he gets, claiming that no good will come from interacting with humans. Back at Azoth Kingdom, Princess Kimia confronts Rayleigh, worried that he is spending too much time with Alva. Rayleigh vouches for Alva, claiming he is doing what is best for the kingdom. Later, Alva reckons Volcanion and the others are headed for the Nebel Plateau, which they assume is their home, given that they found Magiarna in the Field of Flowers the first time around. He then calls in Team Rocket, who claims to know about Ash and the others, and is sent to retrieve Magiarna. That night, Ash and the others camped by the river. Clemont presents Ash with Mr. Iron Defense, an armor suit inspired by Pokémon moves like Iron Defense and Protect, which will protect him from any attack. While everyone was sleeping, Pikachu and Volcanion sensed danger when they decided to check it out. It turns out that Team Rocket has come to capture Magiarna. Bonnie wonders where their usual Pokémons are when James reveals that the kingdom has given them Heracross and Pinsir to complete their mission. They were also given devices to activate Mega Wave and forcibly evolve their Pokémons in the battle to ensure they succeed. Ash suggests Serena and the others take Magiarna to safety while he, Pikachu, and Volcanion deal with Team Rocket. Pikachu used Thunderbolt on Pinsir but missed, while Heracross used Horn Attack on Volcanion. Volcanion then used Hydro Pump on both Pokémons, but it was ineffective. Meanwhile, Jessie and James sneaked off and laid a trap for Serena and the others who fell for it. Out of nowhere, Kimia's Gardevoir used Moon Blast on Team Rocket. With Mega Evolution, Gardevoir used Dazzling Gleam on Team Rocket, sending them flying in the air. When they are back to a corner, Volcanion uses Focus Blast, which massively destroys the terrain around them and blows Heracross and Pinsir away. After explaining the situation to Kimia, she accompanies them back to Nebel Plateau to represent the Azoth royal family. She explains that when Rayleigh was growing up, he was fascinated with Nikola Tesla, spending most of his time in his room reading old texts or doing experiments. When he learns that Counselor Alva is an arcane science researcher, they spend more time together, and he eventually blindly trusts what Alva tells him. Worried that Alva is scheming behind Rayleigh's back, she has been investigating him from the background when she comes across Ash and the others. On their way to Nebel Plateau, a native fletchling informs Volcanion that a hunter is attacking an Amora. Ash runs into a beaten-up Amora, who is caught in a net. Although Kimia offered to help, Volcanion refused her offer and decided to look after Amora by himself when a hunter launched a missile at him. The hunter got knocked out when he almost drove to a stone pillar. Using mist as a cover, they quickly returned to Nebel Plateau to have Amora treated. Volcanion claims they have had hunters in the area before, but they never got this far, as he usually uses mist to drive them away. After a short walk, Ash and the others arrive at Nebel Plateau, home to Volcanion and Magiarna, along with hundreds of Pokémons in the area. They notice the Pokémons are wary of their presence and run away. Serena convinced Volcanion to let them treat Amora, to which everything went well. Feeling awkward about the behavior of the native Pokémons, Serena decides to call out her Pokémons so they can get acquainted with the others. Ash and Pikachu spent the night with Volcanion, where he could oversee the entire plateau. The next day, Volcanion thought he would never see the day seeing humans and Pokémons working together. Clemont was fixing Kimia's aircraft and Ghoulpin showed up and used acid spray, which Clemont thought they could use on the mechanical band on Ash and Volcanion. When the mechanical band was off, Volcanion immediately sent Ash and the others on their way. Volcanion explains that humans abused the Pokémons in Nebel Plateau at one time. He claims that humans lie, which is why he can't forgive them. While everyone enjoys the poke puffs that Serena and the others made, Gengar arrives and uses haze to cover the plateau in black smoke. A few Pokémons were caught, so Serena and the others tried to free them, but they got zapped instead every time they tried. Camerupt jumps and uses Eruption, which clears the black smoke to reveal Levi and Sherry with their Pokémons ready for battle. Furious, Magiarna used Flare Cannon, but Levi hit a button, and the captured Pokémons got zapped, threatening everyone else if they resisted. When they tried to fight back, Manectric used Electric Terrain while Steelix used Stealth Rock to attack Volcanion and Ash. Sherry convinces Magiarna to give up and surrender herself while taking hostage of everyone else. When Magiarna submitted to Levi, Alakazam used Psychic to fly everyone back to their ship, where Rayleigh and Alva waited. Seeing everyone make a ruckus, Rayleigh convinces Alva to show everyone why Magiarna is special. Alva orders Gengar to use Mean Look to control Magiarna and reveal her Soul Heart. Alva restrains Rayleigh while he takes the Soul Heart, turning Magiarna into an empty vessel that they threw overboard. To cut all loose ends, Alva orders all their Pokémons to use Hyper Beam at Ash and the others while Gengar uses Hypnosis on Rayleigh to knock him out. Ash and the others were revealed to be safe from the attack when the other Pokémons used Dig and Safeguard. Meowth claims he could hear Magiarna's voice from the Soul Heart and felt sad for her, so Team Rocket tried to steal it from Alva but failed. Meowth is restrained while Jessie and James are thrown overboard. Ash and the others hop on board Kimia's aircraft to pursue Alva when Flammel, the princess assistant, informs them of an old design diagram by the genius Nicola. She explains that part of the wall that covers the Azoth kingdom can separate and turn to become a flying fortress. Although it was intended to protect the kingdom during emergencies, there was an uprising over who controlled such power, so Nicola decided to seal the fortress. Magyarna was the key to activating the flying fortress with its soul heart. Unable to stop the activation of the flying fortress, Ash and the others head towards it, determined to stop Alva and his men. Ash sends his Pokémon in advance. Levi and Sherry lie in wait for Ash and the others and summons all their Pokémons. He then activates Mega Wave to forcibly Mega Evolve all of them. Although technically Mega Evolved Pokémons should be stronger, Ash and the others' Pokémons could stand up to them, claiming they are fighting with real bonds with their Pokémons. When Banette's Shadow Balls were chasing Pikachu, Squishy, the Zygarde core, used his 10% dog-like form to save him. Leaving the fighting to Serena and the others, Ash, Kimia, and Volcanion storm the fortress to find Alva and Rayleigh. When Ash and the others finally find Alva, they are immediately captured, which Alva has laid a trap for them. As a display of its power, Alva plans to destroy Nebel Plateau but cannot, given that Magyarna's soul heart is still fighting against Alva's wishes. Although Alva missed his target, he succeeded in breaking Magyarna's spirit in the soul heart, who gave it her all in that last attack. With Magyarna finally out of the way, Alva plans on attacking Nebel Plateau with a full blast of its power. The Nebel Pokémons fight back and try to deflect the attack with their combined powers. When they thought it was over, Squishy rushed to help with its complete mecha form and tipped the balance of power with Core Enforcer, which cancelled out the attack. Furious about possibly losing Magyarna forever and for ridiculing the Nebel Pokémons, Volcanion breaks free from his restraints. Using a combined Thunderbolt and Electro Ball attack on Gengar, Alva drops his staff, which Ash uses to break the core of the fortress. Breaking the staff also broke the Mega Wave devices, which finally freed the Pokémons they were forcibly using. Ash retrieved the Soul Heart while Alva set the flying fortress to crash on Nebel Plateau. He then tried to escape with a jetpack, but Greninja used Water Shuriken, which broke the jetpack and sent Alva into the forest below. Although Ash returns its Soul Heart, Magyarna remains lifeless. Without the Soul Heart, the flying fortress slowly starts to descend and is expected to crash on Nebel Plateau. Volcanion plans on using Explosion to blow up the fortress, but Ash claims he is out of water to do that. He suggests going after the building's water tanks, which he can use to build up enough power to use Explosion then. While Ash and the others fly off to safety, Volcanion returns inside to the center of the fortress to use Explosion, where he can be sure to blow it all up. Ash worries that since he is too deep inside the fortress, he cannot escape in time. As the fortress blows up, Ash and the others mourn the supposedly dead Volcanion, who sacrificed himself to save everyone. They return Magyarna to the Nebel Plateau and remain lifeless when suddenly a mist creeps up and covers the entire place. Magyarna regains consciousness, stands, and walks up to a beaten-up Volcanion which immediately collapses from its wounds. Magyarna wakes him with flowers, to which Volcanion sneezes, feeling much better. Grateful for Ash and the others, Volcanion makes them honorary Nebel Plateau Pokémons. Later, Volcanion and the Nebel Pokémons bid farewell to Ash and the others, who hitched a ride on Kimia's aircraft back to the kingdom. Ash and the others continued their journey across Kalos with Team Rocket not far behind. Kimia finds Alva and takes him back to the kingdom while Volcanion continues watching over Nebel Plateau, who sees Magyarna playing with the other Pokémons. The end. Thank you for watching. Check out these other videos and make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time.